Simple and Toric transposition. Definition: transposition application of changing a lens power from one to another. Usually it is changed from plus form to minus form. Transposition are two types. First one is simple and Toric transposition. Rule of simple transposition: algebraic sum of sphere and cylinder to get a new sphere. Cylindrical power will be a same, but sign and axis of cylinder will be opposite. 90-degree apart angle. For example, plus 2.5 diopter sphere plus 0.3 diopter cylinder at 150 degree. First step, add sphere and cylinder. If we add plus 2.50 and 3, we get plus 5.5 diopter sphere. Next one is change the sign of minus cylinder, plus 3 cylinder to minus cylinder at 150 degrees. Opposite axis is 60 degree. For final prescription we get plus 5.5 diopter sphere minus 3 cylinder at 60 degree. Few examples are given below. Different method for simple transpositions: sphere into 2 cylinder method, and cylinder into spherocylindrical method, and sphere cylinder into alternative spherocylindrical and 2 cylinders. The other method. Next one is Toric transposition. Objective: to select the proper tools in cylindrical lens surfacing. Rules: choose the base curve first for proper curvature. Do simple transposition if sign of base curve and cylinder is not same. To find out the spherical surface power, subtract the base curve from sphere. And fourth rule is to find the cylindrical surface power. Fix the base curve at the right angle to the axis of cylinder and add the base curve with the cylinder. The both spherical and cylindrical surface determine the lens axis. And Toric transposition is one of the example is given is plus 1 sphere and plus 2 cylinder at 165 degree. Is base curve is minus 6 is given. And we want to add sphere plus cylinder, so we get 3 sphere and minus 2. We change the sign of cylinder and opposite axis is 75. And next we want to do cylinder sphere minus base curve, so we get 9 plus 9. Next base curve cylinder into 165 degree, so plus 2 is sphere cylindrical value and base curve we get 8 diopter cylinder at 70 degree. So our final prescription is plus 9 diopter sphere by minus 6 diopter cylinder at 160 and 8 cylinder at 170 degree. For more example is given below. And for example is prescribing is minus 3 plus 5 at 90 degree, base curve is minus 6. First step, transpose the prescription so the base curve sign will be similar. So here the example having a cylinder power is plus power and base curve is minus, so we want to do a simple transposition. First changing it, first add sphere plus cylinder, so minus 3 plus 5 is calculation is plus 2 is answer, and changing the sign of the cylindrical value is minus 5, and 90 degree is the opposite degree is 180 degree. Simple review for giving the other examples are given. Minus should be done between the spherical and base curve power is minus 6 minus 2, we get minus 6 and 2 we will get what minus 8. It will be used in your tools. Third step, base curve axis is completely perpendicular with the prescription which is transposed, so axis will be is minus 6 at 90 degree. is another example is given. And next one is spherical equivalent. The spherocylindrical lens will corrected for a astigmatism and myopia or hypermetropia. If it was necessary to correct the near sinus or far sinus, a person who also has astigmatism but there is no cylindrical lens is available, what would be the best correction is used only a sphere lenses. How to find the spherical equivalent? So we are using a spherical equivalent for what a patient is not available for cylindrical lenses, so we want to correct them with the sphere, so we use this equation is called is spherical equivalent. Okay, to find the spherical equivalent, first take half the value of cylinder and add the sphere power. In other word, the formula is the spherical equivalent is equal to sphere plus cylinder by 2. For example, plus 3 minus 1 at 180 degree. Spherical equivalent equal to plus 3 bracket minus 1 by 2. If minus 1 is the half of the 0.5, then minus 3. So we get plus 2.50 diopter. It's the answer. Thank you.